sunshine. This is Tuesday, which is Mars Day. Okay. Tuesday is Mars Day. Let me pause because they cut the grass up there. Tuesday is Mars. What Mars is fight, action, aggression. Okay. Mars is now in Taurus. So while Mars is in Taurus, it's going to be a lot of slow moving, a lot of slow talking, a lot of slowness while Mars, Uranus, and Jupiter is in Taurus. Okay? A lot of that. So just find out where you have these planets in your chart and also the signs, because the planets show what it's doing, the sign that it's in show how it's doing it, and the house shows where it's doing it at. Okay? Now, Mars is weak in Taurus because Mars is connected to Aries and natural placement in Aries and Scorpio. And by it being opposite its natural placement, it's weaker there. Okay? So you just have to, they're cutting grass over there. Go up a little bit more. And also, Taurus is the voice. The voice. Second house of the throat and shoulders. So, if you talk low, you got to probably raise your vocal cord to a higher level. Look at the mushrooms growing. Okay, now we in Cancer season. Now the mushrooms growing. The sun actually just entered Cancer. In Sidereal, that's what I go off. I don't go off Western astrology. It's crazy to go off of Western astrology if you're not in the West. So, yeah, I go off of Sidereal. But possessions. People may be fighting over possessions. Okay, started fighting over possessions. Mars and Taurus, that's verbal abuse. Okay? That's verbal abuse. So, don't even tolerate that. If you're in a relationship, don't even tolerate verbal abuse. Because that can cause something in your mental. Okay? Like I tell my children, soon as you let somebody do something to you and let it slide, they're going to continue on doing it. You're showing them that you have no value, okay? That you don't love yourself, and that you will let anyone say or do anything to you, okay? So no, I don't care how much you care about somebody, how much you love somebody. Like my grandfather would say, nip it in the bud. No, do not tolerate that nonsense from nobody. Whether that's family, whether that's somebody you're in a relationship with, whether that's somebody you work with, do business with, do not tolerate it. Because it took me a long time to realize this. People do treat me how I teach them to treat me, how I let them treat me. So I basically have to be a bitch if I got to be a bitch. Whatever you want to call me. If I got to be a bitch, then I'm a bitch. But you ain't going to play with me. You ain't going to play with me. You ain't going to disrespect me. Alright? And when I see some shit, I see some shit. And I be seeing some shit. Then I call people out on their shit. And they don't like that shit. Guess what? I don't care. Because when it comes down to me, I ain't about to let you disrespect me, play with me, none of that. Okay, you ain't about to do that reverse psychology and that gaslighting, Jupiter and Taurus. Getting loud, Jupiter and Taurus. Because that shit don't fucking matter to me. Like, I really have let a lot slide. My Venus is in Libra. Okay. Whew. I let a lot slide. And I'm not doing that anymore. No. Not doing it anymore. It's never too late. You're never too old. I'll say to change your life. You're never too old to do that. Okay? Never too old to do that. Okay. This is, I got my waist trainer on. Sweating. Okay. Sweating. But, no. Even with the whole nation, Indigenous Tamericans coming together because it makes sense and not repeating history because that don't make sense to do. You know, karma is here for the colonizers, whether they like it or not. And if you try to get in the way of karma, punishing them, my people, you're going to get punished with them. So I advise you to move to the side. Okay? That's what I advise you to do. Just move to the side and let the Creator do what the Creator do. Can you? Stop trying to save everybody. Be captain, save a colonizer. Don't be a captain, save a colonizer. No. Let them get their punishment, okay, that they supposed to experience. Motherfucker, there was a husband and wife, I guess, from another country. I don't want to say their race, but they was eyeing me down together, so I had to, y'all, all in my, all right, face, Mars, okay? Those are the ones coming over here trying to claim what's for the indigenous folks. Okay, I'm not about to be friendly. I don't care about the being friendly. Nope. Not at all. And I advise my people to not care, because they're trying to run us out of our own country, on our lands. And y'all just not even caring, not even paying attention. They're coming over here by the dozens, by the fucking boat pounds, these immigrants. Coming over here, being disrespectful to the indigenous people, us. Okay? This is our lands. You see how I'm walking on my land? I would not be able to go in another country and walk like this, because that's not my ancestors' land. So it's just crazy to me how they could even come somewhere where their ancestors did not inhabited the land. It's disrespectful. It's very disrespectful. Everything is connected to astrology, though. It's science. Okay? It's science. Taurus is the soil. That's what Taurus is, the soil. And like I said, Jupiter, Uranus, and Mars is now in Taurus. You have to know, my people, that this is your land. We set laws. Universal laws been in place, but we are supposed to uphold those laws and make sure that invaders, immigrants, are following those laws. I even go up to policy officers if they're doing something they don't have no business doing. That's when you have no fear. And I don't have no fear at all. Okay? If they're not doing something right, you can't ask me for no paperwork. I know who I am. I belong here. I belong here. These lands, my ancestors' lands over here in Tamerica, the land of the Mary people. That's us, the soul people. Everybody want a little taste of what we got over here. That's why they can't stay away. But we have to make sure, just like going over there to Dubai, they're not going to let you disrespect over there or do nothing over there that you don't have no business doing. So why should we let them come over here and do that? They actually should be paying us to do business on our lands. We cannot go elsewhere and just start doing business. Why are we letting these immigrants come over here and do that? Our ancestors came from this land. They inhabited the land first. This is serious. This is serious. Okay? Our ancestors inhabited this land first, and it's disrespectful for us to let immigrants come over here and do as they please. Y'all cannot be living in fear. Fear is the lowest vibration. Do you really love your ancestors? Do you really love your lands? Do you really? We're not African Americans. We're not black. We are indigenous to the Americas. Indigenous Negroes. My mama got Negro on her birth certificate. So before Negro, they called us Indian. Christopher Columbus said that he got here and thought he was in India. This is East Indies. East Indians. We are the East Indians. We are in a new world. Everybody came from the old world. Everybody came from the old world, seeking a better life on our lands, in our world. They overstayed their welcome. They overstayed their welcome. We should be sticking together more. If you see an immigrant disrespecting your own people, okay, your own kind, because the African ain't going to help out, because the African is the African. That's how you know they're not our people. Have you ever been out and something happened? Did the African help you? They know they're not our people. That whole slave trade thing, they took our people from here, from the Americas, to Africa. That's what they did. The Africans showed Christopher Columbus how to get here, told Christopher Columbus about our lands. That was the Moors. The Moors are Africans. They like to go by different names, but they're the same. They're the same. And they try to call me a Moor. They like to recruit and confuse our people. Don't let them do that. You gotta know who you are. If you don't do no DNA test, because that's false. Do a genealogy. I heard of something called the traits test. But do the original thing. Ask your elders in your family. That's how you can find out, for sure. Get your family tree. You gotta find out who was the elder. Find out by asking your older elder in the family, who was they aunties and grandmas, papas, great grandma. That's how you're gonna find out about your family tree, your family history. All these Africans trying to tell us we African American, that's only to distract us, to confuse us. No. Some may have African people in their family, but I don't. I wasn't told by my people that I was African. Okay. I was told by the system that I was African. The system told me that. Okay. So, yeah, that's what it's about, especially while Jupiter and Uranus is in Taurus, because Taurus is lineage. Do your genealogy, do your thing with finding out who your people is. And don't let nobody tell you who your people is. Find out from your own people. I can't go to my grandma and my great grandma. The system already got to them. They passed in the same hospital. Is that a coincidence? But I was able to get my family tree from my auntie. So, yeah, just talk to your elders in the family. I still got a elder auntie I got to talk to. That's older than the auntie I talk to. I'll probably find out more information with her. So, do your genealogy. Find out your family lineage. Because the USA government, they owe us inheritance. I'm not going to say reparations. They owe us inheritance. They made a verbal agreement with our ancestors. Everything is paperwork dealing with the colonizers. But that wasn't our ancestors' thing. Word is bond. Where do you think that came from? Our ancestors' words was bond. When they say something, they said it. When I say it, I mean it. When I mean it, I say it. If they don't do the right thing, they're about to find out that they should have. Yeah. I am Goddess Demira 369. I am Demi G. I am Demira the astrologer. Ooh, baby.